You are allowed to evolve. Your brand is not a contract. So that's an important piece to bring. I mentioned a few times already, but understanding that we are always changing, we are always growing. Even if you have a strong sense of aesthetic, even if your work follows that same line, tone, color palette, whatever that might be, we are always evolving, we are always changing. And expressing that in a clear way by the way that you change your content or talking about it openly really get people to connect and perceive your growth and your evolution. And sometimes also like expressing that we hit a wall, that things are maybe not flowing as you wanted. Say like you're developing a new body of work, you're trying a new collection, and things are not working. That also gets people engaged because not everything that we do we thrive on and is a success on the first go. So that's also part of being a creative, part of learning, part of developing as an individual. And that's the thing. Once we stop thinking that social media is just for the polished, finished work, something really big shifts. So then you can really create content and talk about things that before you wouldn't. Like, even if it's like a little problem, something that you dropped, those things happen. And yes, that can be something to share that people will connect to. So yeah, just think that about that. It's like if you've been on a more perfect kind of page, or you didn't start because you wanted to wait for something to be perfect, people just really connect with the process of creating something, the ups and downs, because that's life, that's who we are. And if someone is coming and telling you about their journey and the bumps that they had on the road, that's something that becomes, you didn't know about that person, you know about their story. And that gets that connection that goes beyond just showing the finished, polished product. Let's say one of my pieces, one of my vases, I can definitely just show the finished one, but I can show my process, how I started and what happened. And if I had any troubles, I can show the troubles and issues on the process. And like, how long did it take? And what was my thought? There's so much, but we can also just show a finished product and tell a story and put a description. But when we go deeper into it, it's really even helps us to get clarity on what we are creating. So it's a really cool process when you start looking through different lenses on this whole branding process. And then like, it's really a living thing. And sometimes we're not really aware of where we are until we pass through it and we look back. And that's okay. Clarity at times can come just later on. The whole thing is like the values, the way of seeing. There is a thread that will remain in this process of evolution. That's the essence of who you are. And that's like unshakable. The thing is just like, is there a mask that is holding you from expressing your authentic version? And that's okay if there is. When we wear masks and we have different personas, it's a protection mechanism and it's doing something for us. There's nothing wrong with it. Just get aware of it and see if you can really let your brand flourish and grow. And then like understanding that your bio, your description, those little key things, they often tell a lot. And I'm often changing mine a lot as I change. But you may have a different personality and you are really set and strong on what you do, who you are, what your brand is about. And maybe you have a product that's just like that one thing, very specific. So if you are defined, that's great. I'm a full changing, evolving being that's always changing, and that's okay too. So just be okay with where you are. And it's great that we are different, that we have different ways of being, because imagine if everyone was just like us, wouldn't be that nice and that creative and that like inspirational in general. So, and then I have like a little sentence there that will give more clarity. So just keep following, creating these statements and getting clarity. and being as you as you can, because that will help a lot as we go to the practical lessons, and so then you can bounce back on it. And then just always ask before you're going to put out something out there, does that feel like me? And understanding that me, we have so many layers, so many areas of us that we can be sharing. So just be mindful that you don't need to limit yourself. You can open and expand yourself and the many me's that you have inside of you. And once you feel confident that you are aligned in your core, everything just flows much easier and you get much more relaxed about being you. And I think that's one of the biggest goals on this course. It's just being cool and being relaxed about being you and putting it out there. So anyway, I'll see you in the next lesson. I think it will be really cool to get into the next layers of it. And yeah, we talk soon.